Hello and welcome to beautiful Saint Ansgar, Iowa, here at Tradition Field. I'm here with Mr. Fritz on my right, and in the middle, Miss Megatron herself.
Hello, Megatron.
Can you hear us, Megatron? Hello. I'm sorry the world can't hear you, but she does say hello. So we're excited to be here. Thank you. That's the introduction, all the introduction we got for tonight. Let's get to the field here while we're warming up. This is a big game tonight, Mr. Fritz.
It is. I think they call this playoff baseball, don't they?
This is playoff baseball. We're going to turn down the music a little bit from behind us.
Yep. They want their fans to hear our voices here tonight. But
this is what we want. This is what we want. So here's the deal.
Let's talk about the deal.
The deal is this is district baseball, and not just district baseball. This is the District 4 championship. Exactly.
Absolute. Oh,
it's big. So we'll get two teams here tonight. One gets to go play on Tuesday. Is that the day we play? Tuesday. We're gonna go Tuesday.
We're gonna go with Tuesday.
And if we're wrong, I'm kind of running a little bit myself. We'll get into that a little bit later. But against another team who is also playing tonight. Right, they're about to start their game as well. And the other team gets to clean up their jerseys, pack them up, and go home for the season.
For the season,
and start thinking about maybe summer, maybe football.
It's always just this big letdown, and I don't mean a letdown in a bad way, but it's just like you've been playing ball all summer, 4, 5, 6 days a week, and all of a sudden comes to that last game, somebody's got to go home, and all of a sudden there's no baseball tomorrow.
You got it, and that's a tough feeling. It's a tough feeling.
And yet, at the same time, these two teams have made it here to the district championship, so they've got nothing to hold their heads down. That does have to go home, but
that's a fact. And you got to be rolling. You got to be rolling this time of the year. It doesn't matter how good you did during the year. Everybody gets into the playoffs,
right?
So we are down here in the state of Iowa in 1A. We're down to 32 teams, and in just a couple hours, we're going to be to 16 teams that are still are within their baseball season.
Oh, wow! Does that sound exciting?
That is exciting. And then in the Substate game, so on Tuesday night at a neutral location, two teams yet to be determined.
Correct.
We're going to figure out who actually gets to go to state.
Yep.
And you know what? Glenn's going to do a little introduction here. Let's go ahead and listen in on Glenn.
All right, Glenn.
Final between the visitors on the scoreboard, the Lake Mills Bulldogs, and the home team on the scoreboard, the Saint Ansgar Saints. The winner of tonight's ball game will advance to the Substate Finals on Tuesday night against the winner of the Mason City Newman versus Maxwell Collins game. That game will be played at Mason City High School. That game time will be 7 o'clock once again on Tuesday. Now here's tonight's starting lineups. First for coaches Joel Korf, Louis Tulosi, Ben Dagelstad, and the Lake Mills Bulldogs. Leading off, playing left field, number 11, Bo Kaufman. Batting second, playing second base, number 7, Steven Brandenburg. Batting third, playing first base, number 24, Chase Getsky. Batting fourth and pitching, number 22, Eli Menke. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, number 2, Hayden Hugeson. Batting sixth, playing third base, number 4, Kane Koch. Batting seventh, catching, number 14, Joe Young. Batting eighth, playing center field, number 10, Nash Delliger. And batting ninth, playing right field, number 21, Jeremiah Jensen. In the starting lineup for coaches Devin Schwesaw, Brian Meyer, Joe Phelan, and the Saint Ansgar Saints. Leading off and catching, number 2, Tate Meyer. Batting second, playing third base, number 7, Connor Mullenbach. Batting third and pitching, number 5, Jace Schwesaw. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 6, Carson Sparrow. He'll be batting for the second baseman, number 15, Gus Walk. Batting fifth, playing center field, number 3, Drew Powers. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 16, Ryan Hackbart. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 24, Mikhail Meyer. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 21, Maxwell Beelan. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 20, Joe Clevenger. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I ask you to please stand. Gentlemen, please remove your hats as we honor our nation with the playing of the national anthem.
All right, so Saints are playing home team tonight. Therefore, we will start on defense. And I see on the mound is old trusty number 5, Mr. Fritz. You know who I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. Jay Sweesaw, who hasn't had to throw any pitches, I don't think, yet in our district game. So
yeah, so I think it'll
be good and fresh.
I think he should be good and fresh. And I'm not sure that Lake Mills has seen this guy.
Probably
so
not.
So that's probably, I think we'll like, typically we like what we see when Jay Sweesaw pitches. Very, very smart pitcher, very accurate pitcher. He's got some good velocity and a great ability to manage base runners. He's just seen a lot of baseball.
He's seen a lot of baseball.
Jace is the son of head coach Devin Sweesaw, who's out there on the mound with him right now.
Checking it out. Yes, sir.
And Devin is assisted by Joe Beeland and Brian Meyer, both of which also have kids who play on this team.
I believe Mr. Beeland's at shortstop tonight, and I would imagine Tate Meyer's catching behind that little catcher's outfit. So
you got it. You got it. That's right. All 3 are starting. We got 3 seniors this year. Tate Meyer, who is catching tonight. We got Ryan Hackbart, who's playing first base. And then we've got Mikhail Meyer, who is in left field.
Yeah, you bet.
So we're getting ready here for the first pitch of this game. Let's talk about how we got here real quick. The Saints played Rockford in the first district game. Beat Rockford 15-0.
Holy
in
buckets.
Less than 7 innings. Then the next game here was against Riceville. Riceville, by the way, looked really good against Northwood in that first district game. But Saint Ansgar was able to put them away pretty early in that one as well to earn their place here tonight. Lake Mills, on the other hand, beat West Fork 4-3 in a tight one. And then won again against North Butler 2-1. Is that not plugged in, sir? It should be. Is it not?
Oops,
yes.
No problem here. And I'll follow up here just to kill a little time here as the Candle Genius is doing a little technical work here. But we got our first batter up the bat. Here we go, kids. We're ready to go.
But the crowd noise sounds a little choppy, by the way. I'll just open up on that one and tell you. We got a little bit of a breeze here, maybe affecting our sound out behind us. You'll get to hear our sweet, sweet voices. At least that's the plan. So we'll keep you updated on what's happening.
So here we go. That was a big old strike right down the middle. And here comes a swinging strike for number 2. It puts Lake Mills batter Kaufman in the hole at 0 balls and 2 strikes. So here we go. Let's see what happens here on pitch number 3. Got a piece of a off-speed pitch there. Fouled her back.
What number is he? He's
number 11.
Number 11. Bo Kaufman up to bat right now.
There you go.
22 starts. He's hitting .352. Not a bad average with a .471 on-base percentage.
Oop, a little chopper back to the pitcher. Pitcher picks it up, throws it to Mr. Hackbart for 1 down.
That's a good way to start the game.
You bet. 1 up, 1 down, as they say, I think, in the baseball world. I think.
Up to bat next is number 7. He's a freshman. He's Steven Brandenburg.
Lefty.
He's hitting .312 with a .391 on-base percentage.
Case takes a look in, comes up firing.
So far this year.
Here we go. Takes another look in. Gets the sign. And a strike. Takes a strike looking. Again, Lake Mills down 0 balls and 2 strikes. And here we go for the old payoff pitch here. Let's see what Jace has got in store here. I'm going to call a little, going to step back. I don't know if they had their signs mixed up or the batter, I think, maybe took a step out. But here he comes. There's that off speed. Oh, just down the third baseline foul. That would have done some damage here to start things up. So that keeps the count at no balls and 2 strikes. Thinking Jason's going to come in with a heater right here now. Boom, he comes in there. Ooh. Good spot, a little low outside. Had some good speed on it. And here we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There he got a good hit on that, got a piece of that. Base hit out to left field. Puts 1 runner on.
Now batting the first baseman, number 24, Chase Getsky.
All right, sorry about that, Mr. Fritz. I had to step away for a second. Again, technical difficulties. Hey, this is a two-man show. We're doing everything we can, so thanks for carrying that out for me.
That's what we're here for.
Up to bat. Tell me who we got up to bat. And
we got bat at number 24.
Number 24. I got that.
Gibson,
Zach.
Maybe, or
no, I'm sorry. Chase Gatsky. He's a junior this year.
Thank you.
Chase has an average of 344 with an on-base percentage of 488. This is the Lake Mills team that the Saints played earlier in the season on a Saturday. It was kind of an all-day. It was a kind of a round-robin tournament in Lake Mills. Saints looked really good in that game. I suspect Lake Mills just had an off game. That ball nearly takes off somebody in the top head, or top of the stands, and nearly takes their head off on that one.
Yep. Saints always play Lake Mills in that early. I believe it's the first week of June tournament over in Lake Mills. So been doing that for years.
That
always
was
a good time.
That was early June. That was June 3rd.
Yep.
And the Saints won that one 10-2. As a matter of fact, the historical matchup between these two teams since 2009. The Saints have won 18-4.
Ooh, that's pretty good number.
Pretty good numbers.
Yep. 3 balls and a strike.
But it's, of course, never a guarantee. That's why we play the game, right?
Exactly, yep. They just don't hand out trophies, so we got to play our game. We play some Saints baseball, all good things are going to happen to us. So there he comes in with that good fastball. Strike number 2, full count. 1 out, 1 man on base. So, Jace takes a look over. Lake Mills slides back into first base. There he comes. Strike.
That's
foul tip.
Foul tip. If you're just joining us, here we are at Tradition Field in Saint Ansgar, Iowa. Jace Sweesaw. Welcome. Jace Sweesaw on the mound here for the Saints. The top of the first inning. We got a runner on first.
There he got him looking. Nice low strike. Right down the middle. Great pitch. Not what he was looking for. That's out number 2. And we got number 22 up to bat.
Number 22 is Eli Menke. He's a junior this year. We watched Eli for a lot of years in the basketball court. This kid is a phenom when it comes to shooting three-pointers or just playing and understand the game of basketball. Surely one of the better players here. Is Eli pitching tonight?
He is pitching.
He's kind of their guy.
Pulling the rubber tonight. So.
And I don't know that I've seen Eli pitch yet, so I'm excited to see him pitch myself.
Great night to see his first time out for us. So, big game.
Eli's hitting .343 with a .460 on base percentage.
Comes up with strike number 2.
He's got 24 hits on the season, 21 for single, 2 for double, and he's got a triple in the mix as well.
All right. Foul gets a little pop up to first base. Ryan Heckler catches that for out number 3.
For the Bulldogs in the first inning, no runs,
4 batters up.
Getting into the bottom of 1 right after this with Mr. Fritz and Candle Genius. We'll see you in a few.
We are dreamers and doers, and the right skills can turn dreams into reality. We partner with businesses and universities to get you to the next level, leading the way with intention and purpose. So when you graduate, your dream becomes your reality. We educate, we partner, we lead, so you can dream big. North Iowa Area Community College.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
Cedar Summer Stock Theater is presenting 2 amazing shows set in 1964. Church Basement Ladies, a regional classic, and Forever Plaid, featuring 4 guys singing the top hits of the 50s and 60s. These 2 shows will run from June 29th through July 23rd at the beautiful Cedar River Complex in Osage, Iowa. Tickets will always be available at the door, half an hour prior to show start time. Advance tickets are for sale at the Cedar River Complex and the Saint Ansgar State Bank. Tickets can also be purchased online at www.cedarsummerstock.com.
You're watching Saints TV on YouTube.com.
All right. So it looks like we're getting ready for the throwdown here. Eli Mankey, that's quite a throw. Up to bat first for the Saints is number 2.
Tate Meyer.
Tate Meyer. Now, I've heard lots of good things about Eli Mankey's pitching.
All right.
We're going to try and get you some feedback on the velocity here. I'll get you some stats as well.
Yeah, we'll go here.
But for those who can't, we're behind the camera here, and we're looking at that one was 74 miles per hour. I want to know kind of where Eli's at from a speed perspective.
Yep.
Catch a really fast one here. We'll try and get what we can.
Looks outside, gives us 2 balls.
It shows 79 on that one.
Oh, that picked up a little bit then.
Not bad.
So the Saints are sporting their Saturday night white uniforms tonight, bright whites. That gives us 3 balls, no strikes.
Eli Mankey has started 8 games as a pitcher. He has a 5-3 record, 1.76 ERA, and a WHIP of .85. What do you think, Coach? That's a pretty respectable WHIP.
There's nothing wrong with that. Tate gets a piece of that, hits it to the second baseman. Second baseman comes up, throws it. 1 down.
So Tate Meyer delivers the first out here for the Saints, and number 7, Connor Mullenbach, he's just a freshman. Just got out of 9th grade, so in baseball language, he's going into 10th grade, but he's still called a freshman out here.
Yep.
He's had a phenomenal year.
He's been very impressive. I talked about it on my last broadcast, probably the last couple broadcasts I've been on, but for a freshman, he's very poised at the plate. You can tell he's played some ball as a younger boy, gentleman, man, whatever he is nowadays. He's all of the above.
At that age, he's all of the above. That's right. You get to own all of it. You get to own all of it.
So there he gets a piece of one. Going to fly out to the right fielder, though. Right fielder camps underneath it. Fly ball. 2 down.
No shame in getting your bat on the ball. That's
Yep. That's the start of it. Some of them are going to fall. Jace is up. Now, Jace has probably got a pretty good batting average, I'm going to say.
Sophomore Jay Sweesaw does have a good batting average. .464 with a .509 on the base percentage for Jace.
Gotta like that.
Jace has 45 hits on the year, 33 of which are singles, 12 doubles.
Takes strike there. We got count of 1-1. Jace calls for a little timeout there. Back in the batter's box. Ooh. Jace thought it was a little inside, but that's all right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's been up there with 2 strikes before, so he's going to be all right. Got a piece of that. Keeps his at-bat alive.
We said it when he's pitching, and we'll say it here. It's very evident that Jace has seen a lot of baseball in his young, what we call a young baseball career, but he's been doing it for more years than most.
There he gets hit with a pitch. Probably talks a little baseball around the kitchen table, too, probably when he goes home.
They probably do. They probably do. So, in fact, Jace's younger brother, Porter Sweesaw, is down in
Coralville,
Iowa. Yep. Shout out to the Bandits who just earned their way into day number 3 of USSSA state baseball action. They'll play 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. We're going to stream that here on Saints TV.
That is great. Is that a championship round yet, or is that still?
It's got to win 3 to win a championship tomorrow.
Oh, so they play a lot of ball then.
Play a lot of ball. Yep, it's a big weekend. Up to bat is number 6, Carson Sparrow, who's a junior this year. Carson's the designated hitter. Hitting forward, we have that information.
We got Gus Walk.
Hitting for Gus Walk.
Yeah.
Second baseman.
Yes, sir. So Sparrow's had a very good year also. Takes a look at that ball.
Sparrow's had a good year hitting. He's got his average over 300. He's got a 301 average with a 416 on base percentage.
Gotta like that.
25 hits, 19 singles, 5 doubles, and a triple. It's one of 4 Saints to have triples this
We
year.
love triples.
We do, and we got a homer. We got 1 homer. Ryan Hackbart found himself a homer in Northwood. So felt good for that senior to pop one over the fence.
Yeah,
Got a
that's
souvenir
good.
for life.
You remember that. I'll tell you that right now.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. So here with 2 outs in the bottom of 1. Carson Sparrow up to bat. Jay Sweesaw on first base.
Oop, throwback to first base. Pretty good throwback, just a little bit late. Here we go. We got a count of 2 balls and 1 strike. Carson Sparrow looks down, sees what the coach is flashing him down there for signs. Jason Sweesaw's on first, takes a couple steps off, gets a piece of that.
That one is 79 mile per hour
79,
fastball.
so he's
from Menke.
throwing pretty decent.
They're
then.
throwing pretty decent. You bet.
Yep.
You bet.
That's good speed.
There's some talk earlier this week about what's he throwing? Is it 75? Is it 85? And
There's a steal.
well, that one's over the top.
Yep.
That one is. Oh, Jason's
Jace.
thinking about going.
Jason did a head first slide into second, so he was laying on his belly as the ball went over the second baseman's head out to the center fielder, but alertly the center fielder was there to get it. Jace was just a little bit slow getting up, which you can understand. So
Saints
he'll stay
have,
at second base.
for the first time in Saints history, at least recorded history here, have over 200 steals as Carson Sparrow strikes out. And the inning.
For the Saints in the first, no runs, no hits, 1 runner left on base.
And so not the way that we wanted to end that one, but
No,
Menke
sir.
certainly got something in his pitches that's kind of throwing our guys off.
Yep.
Lake Mills Menke with 19 pitches in the first inning. Saint Ansgar's Jace Sweesaw also with 19 pitches in the first inning. Leaves our score after 1, 0-0. We'll be right back here with the top of the second inning in beautiful Saint Ansgar at Tradition Field. We'll be right back.
Saint Ansgar is a thriving community in north central Iowa with a lot to offer. Founded in 1853 by a group of Norwegian immigrant farmers, Saint Ansgar is a small town with culture, character, and charm. Known as the Garden Spot of Iowa, it is a wonderful place to grow your family or business. You might not expect all the wonderful amenities you'll find here. Within our shops, you'll find unique gifts, home decor, collectibles, and antiques. You'll also find restaurants, outdoor activities, and events. Saint Ansgar is a great place to visit any time of the year, and we take pride in our schools. Our youth are provided the highest quality education in a secure, positive, and challenging environment, empowering all students to reach their full potential. Saint Ansgar welcomes visitors and newcomers with open arms and warm smiles. Come visit and see why so many people proudly call this area home.
Number 2.
All right, it's game on time.
Game on.
We got Jace Sweesaw about to deliver the 20th pitch of the game for Jace. That one is a strike.
That's in there for a strike. Gotta like that.
Hitting is number 2, Hayden Helgeson, who's a sophomore.
Another young fellow.
Hayden's got a 161 average, 333 on base percentage, which my math says
1/3 of the time.
1/3 of the time. Man, I'm glad we can agree on
Yep. Man, we're good with our math. Like,
that. I hate to brag.
yep.
That's my Midwest education at work.
That's a great spot right there. But Mr. Umpire says it's a ball, so 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I felt like that could have been a strike 3 on that one.
Yep. Takes a look in. A little off-speed pitch, a little roller up to second base. Gus Walk fields it cleanly. Off to the first baseman for an out. 1 out.
All right, so Hayden Helgeson heads back to the dugout. 1 out here in the top of 2.
Number 4, Kane Cook.
Number 4 up to bat.
Number 4, Kane Cook, hitting .212 tonight, or at this season. 349 on base percentage. He's got 11 singles and 3 doubles.
All right. Jace looks
14
in.
hits.
Ball low.
Kane's played in 23 games. Started 22 of them. By the way, these Lake Mills Bulldogs are 14-9 on the season.
14-9. No, that's a good. Whoa! Puts the bat on the ball towards shortstop. Takes a wicked bounce on Max Beelan. Over his head or over his side anyway, his shoulder for
number 14.
Almost got called out a base hit, I think, because he didn't touch it. So.
Yeah, that was tough. That's a tough one to field. That's certainly what Coach Sweesaw would call top half hitting. You're going to hit the top of that ball, drive it in the ground, put a nasty spin on it, and give yourself a chance, and that's what happened.
Yeah, that gets him on base. Ball high, start things up here for number 14.
Number 14 up to bat is Joe Young, a junior, with a 194 average, 370 on base percentage. Gunner looks as ready as he can with Jace on the mound there.
Jace kind of steps off, takes a look at first base, wants to hold that runner in check. I think Candle Genius talked about it earlier in the pre-game that Jace does a very good job of holding runners on base. So. Here we go. We got 1 ball, 1 strike. Got a little timeout there. Not sure. Batter's back in the box now. Taking a look. Now what do we got? More timeout here. Batter seems to be a little bit wondering what's going on. I don't know if he was waiting for a sign from his coach at third base, but now he's back in the box. Yeah.
Blue says yes, he did, and Joe Young cannot believe the call on that one.
Yep. I think he took an awkward half cut at it, and I think he went around.
Yeah,
so.
it felt like it. What's the rule there? You got to cross the plate with it. How's that? What's the rule?
Yep. And he looked like he did it, but it was pretty awkward, and he didn't think he did. But the guy behind him, the guy that makes that decision. So there he gets him with an off-speed pitch.
Wow.
Good pitch. Not very happy.
Well, you know what? That's part of the baseball game plan too, right? You get the guys coming back to the dugout, screaming about things a little bit, and you're there. You hope your guys are going to pick him up.
Yep.
And if they don't, that's where you can kind of start to get in the heads a little bit. But that was a great pitch.
Yeah, it was just an awkward at bat all the way around. We got number 10 up to bat there.
Number 10 now hitting, Nash Delger, a freshman. 129 on the season, 386 on base percentage. He started in 17 games this year. So 23 games, he's missed 6 of them.
There we go with that math again. Not from not.
And he's batter number 1 in our order here, Fritz.
He is number 8 in the batting order, so.
Okay.
You might want to, that was a pretty nice fastball there. You might want to see what Mr. Suiso was throwing there.
Track that?
That looked fairly fast. That was a little low for a ball.
That was 81. He's over 80 now. That's
the
first pitch is over 80 I've seen tonight.
Okay.
Sweetsaw gets warmed up here.
You bet. 2-2 count. There he got him on a strikeout. Nice job. Good pitch.
Strikeout to end the top of the second inning.
No runs, 1 hit.
Scored 0-0 going into the bottom of 2.
We'll be right back after this message.
Sportsmanship means doing what's right, treating your opponent with respect, no matter the score.
The guy across from you works really hard to get to where he's at, so you should respect him, respect all the work he's put in.
It always goes back to the golden rule, treat people how you would like to be treated.
I'm sure if you play sports, you've been around people who are unkind during the sport, but it makes it better and when everybody's kind. You're out there playing a sport, you're out there to have fun. You can still want to win, but always be kind. Remember, that's a human.
Nothing you can say from the stands is going to change the call that they make on the field. No matter how hard you yell at them, they're going to stick with the call on the field. So it doesn't really help much. But what does help is encouraging your team when they're down, when the call doesn't go their way. Instead of yelling at the officials try to help encourage your team and get them out of the funk that they're in and try and get them in the right direction.
Center fielder number 3, Drew Powers.
All right, we are back here at the bottom of the second inning at Tradition Field in beautiful Saint Ansgar, Iowa.
Beautiful.
Up to bat is number 3, Saints Junior, Drew Powers.
And what about Drew Powers?
Well,
big stat do you have for her?
He's got a big stat, and his big stat is 47 stolen bases on the year. As I look back at the stats on the season, I'll say prior seasons, there have been entire seasons where the team hasn't had 47
The
steals.
entire team doesn't have 47.
This dude has 47 of his own.
That is telling you something about the speed of Drew Powers.
Yeah, it's almost a gimme. He's so quick. He's a great base runner.
Good instincts on the base, too. So you can be fast, but if you don't have the instincts to take that lead, to watch that pitcher, to see that foot going up, making sure he's going forward, you're going to get thrown out no matter how fast you are. So.
It's a bit of an art for sure, and you got to have all the pieces put together at the same time.
You bet.
That pitch puts the count at 1-2 against Powers. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oop, gets a piece of that. Count remains the same.
Drew's got a 354 average with a 505 on base percentage, and where that 505 means half the time about he gets on base.
Oh, got him looking on that one.
And I'd love to know what those kids are seeing on Minky's pitches that are kind of throwing them off.
He's
on
doing
that,
something.
Definitely doing something.
Well, and back to your point about his on base at 503. You can't steal bases unless you're on base. That's a known fact.
You got to get there. Up to bat, Saint Senior Ryan Hackbart, first baseman Ryan Hackbart.
Takes the ball low. Mr. Hackbart. Oh,
wow.
Hits him right back to the pitcher who gets a glove on it right away. Good play by the pitcher.
It's a very good play by Minky on that one to take what looked like could have been. If that bounces over the pitcher's head, that's a base hit.
That's a base hit right up the middle.
But Minky instinctively reaches up and grabs that thing and throws him out at first base. Taking us here to 2 outs here, Mr. Fritz.
It is.
Up to bat.
Second. McHale. Nope.
McHale?
Yeah.
McHale Meyer. So this is usually I think I've seen Max Beeland up prior to McHale. So we're moving things around a little bit here in the batting order. McHale Meyer, Saint Senior McHale Meyer up to bat.
Gets a piece of that. Big bounce to the shortstop. Makes the play at first base. The Saints go down in order here in the bottom of the second. Score. Lake Mills Bulldogs 0, Saint Ansgar Saints 0.
And we'll be right back with the top 3 right after this.
Saint Ansgar State Bank has a strong commitment to farmers. We provide the highest level of service with quick turnaround time, competitive interest rates, flexible payment options, and the ability to work with you on any size loan. Our agricultural banking specialists are experienced in farming and understand the important role agriculture credit plays in your operation.
We got ours.
Hey, I like that. I like that.
So here we are, the top of the third.
Number 21, Jeremiah Jensen, a sophomore, is up to bat.
And he is the number 9 batter for Lake Mills.
Number 9 brings a 59 batting average with a 283 on-base percentage. So even with a 59 batting average, he's still finding his way on base about a quarter of the time.
You must have a good eye. You can see them balls and strikes.
You got it. You got it.
We'll reset the table here, too, for our viewers out there. You got Jay Sweesaw pitching. Tate Meyer behind the plate. Connor Molenbeek at third. Max Beelan at shortstop. Gus Walk at second. Ryan Hackbart rounding out the infield at first base. Mikhail Meyer in left. Drew Powers in center. And Joe Clevenger in right tonight. So.
And the count's 2-2 here at the top of 3.
Got a base. Oop, there we go. Max Beelan loves that thing. Big long throw.
Wow. Wow.
Big long throw for Max.
Little
Great
stumble
job.
on that. Looked like he may have rolled his ankle just a little bit, but recovers, makes the throw for out number 1 here at the top of 3 at Tradition Field in Saint Ansgar.
That's what your pitcher likes, is good defense behind him, and that's big time right there.
That is big time. And we're back. Are we back to the top of the order now?
We are at the top of the order. Mr. Kaufman swings that one, gets a little piece of it.
Number 11, Bo Kaufman. Last at bat. Checking the notes here.
Yep. Ground out to the pitcher.
To the pitcher. I see we're not taking any chances tonight. It looks like we had the lights on already.
Yep, at the start of the game. So
is that right?
I don't know if that's any type of rule, but a lot of times we don't have our lights on that early. But
well, it makes sense. If you got problems, you want to know about it early. That's before you really need them.
Got a pop up here. Foul territory down to third baseline. Connor Molenbeek pops underneath that baby for out number 2.
Great play by Connor Molenbeek to get there. You know, when you're running toward that dugout and you're just like not sure where your feet are at, but you can't take your eye off the ball for fear that you might not make the grab. That was a very brave, a very bold, and a really great play by Connor Molenbeek.
That was good.
Number 7, Steven Brandenburg up to bat.
Got a little wild there on Jace for a high ball, but bring her back down and reset himself.
We got a great comment out here from the one, the only, Lindsey Falk. You know this guy? You know Lindsey Falk?
Doesn't he have another name too? What else do they call him?
They do. They do call him Skippy D'Angelo. Skippy D'Angelo. Hey,
thanks for tuning in tonight.
Do you know where I know where Skippy is tonight? Do you know where he is tonight?
I do not.
Well, let me tell you. The dude's in Coralville.
Nice hit to right over the second baseman's head. Gaps the left and center, or right and center fielder for a double. Skippy. So Skippy is down in Coralville,
Iowa,
which is connected with Iowa City, home of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
You got it.
And Skippy, I always have heard anyway, is a big Hawkeye fan.
Skippy loves the Hawkeyes. Yes,
Skippy loves the Hawkeyes.
He does love the Hawkeyes. Just the guy bleeds gold and black.
Yep. He pretends he's an Iowa State fan, but underneath that Iowa State shirt, I'm pretty sure there's a Hawkeye tattoo somewhere.
If there's a tattoo, there's a Hawkeye tattoo.
Exactly.
Several, probably.
Probably. Again, thanks for tuning in.
We got to get the cameras going here again.
So we got to throw back to second base. Very close.
That's a smart idea with a batter leading off.
You bet.
Like that.
Keep that runner in check. We don't want a base hit here that will score the run here. So we got a strike there. Strike number 2.
Strike number 2 on Chase Gatskia Jr., who last at bat struck out for the second out of the first inning.
Jace takes a look back again, sends him back to second base. Got a count of 0 balls, 2 strikes. Big heater right down the middle. Great pitch.
Great job. Great job by Jace Sweesaw. Keeping that runner on second base to end the top of the third inning here.
The score is 0 Lake Mills, 0 Saint Ansgar.
And if you're just joining us, it's a perfect night here in Saint Ansgar, Iowa. Let's take a moment here instead of going to commercial here. Let's talk about what's going on. So let's Skippy D'Angelo, you and all of the Bandits family down in Coralville, Iowa. So I came from Coralville. I was in Coralville yesterday. Who's the heck is the Bandits? Those of you who are watching Saints TV, you may be getting the notifications that, hey, Saints are going live, and it's not even Saints ball, but I'll tell you it is. The Bandits are a 13-year-old version of this Saints team.
You bet.
And they're down in Coralville playing at the state competition. They're a 3A team, which means they're a very good team, and especially for a town of this size. Usually 3A teams are built in larger communities. They do tryouts. They've got a lot of pitching, a lot of big hitters. And here in St. Ansgar, we just
guys show up.
They show up and they play and they get a lot of experience, a lot of reps, and it's those reps that make us contenders in the 3A state championship tournament.
That is pretty cool stuff.
Really cool stuff. So hats off to you guys down there who won your last game today and allowed yourself the opportunity to advance, shutting out. I said not shutting out, but sending home one more team to give yourself a chance at the state championship tomorrow.
Good luck, boys. So there we go. We got Max Beelan up to bat, number 8 hitter for the Saints. Takes ball 1. Takes a look at strike number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Maxwell.
This is junior Maxwell Beelan.
Not a junior like Max Beelan Jr.
No.
Great, I think, he's a junior.
Sure, that's correct. If he was a junior, he'd be Joe Beelan Jr. It's Joe's son, Coach Joe Beelan's son, who wisely doesn't swing at that one. Max has played in 31 games, which I'm pretty sure is all of them since he got a 24-7 record. Again, there's that math again.
Max takes a hack at that one for strike number 3.
Now batting the right fielder, number 20, Clevenger.
So here we go, number 9 hitter, Joe Clevenger.
Joe Clevenger is a freshman on this team.
Freshman.
And I got to do a little work to get Joe's stats.
We gotta.
Because whenever I print these things off,
Joe takes the ball.
They tend to skip one player somewhere. It happened to be this guy this time. So I gotta.
Joe took a look. Anytime you turn that head back and look at the umpire to see what he's got to say, he's gonna call you a strike on that. So.
And that's
Joel.
Joel.
He hits one off the handle there to the second baseman for out. Number 2. Got him jammed on that one. So takes us back to the top of the order. Tater Nader.
Well, we'll take the top of the order here.
You bet. Go on 2 outs. A little 2-out rally here to get things rolling. We got to break this guy. He's been, Lake Mills pitcher's been keeping the Saints off balance tonight. So comes in with a high ball.
Cross play high.
1. Ooh. There a few. He must be hitting that inside corner because been quite a few Saints that have kind of peeled. Whoa! Heads up, everybody! Holy buckets! That baby was screaming into the dugout.
Woo! Should have brought my glove.
Crow's nest, I should say.
Should have brought my glove to protect your beautiful face.
Exactly. Yeah, something. Yeah, that bounced off the front of the crow's nest up here. So. And it was coming in hot.
It was definitely coming in hot.
All right. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Taternator. Got him on a high fastball. Out number 3. Lake Mills 0. Saint Ansgar 0 after 3.
Saints in the 3rd. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base.
And we're going to be right back right after this message from Saint Ansgar State Bank.
Saint Ansgar State Bank has a strong commitment to farmers. We provide the highest level of service with quick turnaround time, competitive interest rates, flexible payment options, and the ability to work with you on any size loan. Our agricultural banking specialists are experienced in farming and understand the important role agriculture credit plays in your operation. Because of our ability to make local credit decisions, we respond quickly to your total agricultural financing needs. Saint Ansgar State Bank, helping you meet your financial goals.
This broadcast brought to you free of charge thanks to generous contributions from the ads you see, as well as Minnis Woodworking, Timeless Treasures, Schultz Construction, and Syngenta.
All right. We are back to the game here as Jay Sweesaw is warming up on the mound. He's 47 pitches in over three complete innings. We are now at the top of 4. We don't have technical issues there, do we? Menke is up to bat. Lake Mills pitcher Eli Menke, who is slightly ahead, I'll say, in the battle of the pitchers regarding pitch count, because that's a very, very real deal.
Big deal.
Especially in tournament time. So these guys, this is Saturday. They're going to play again on Tuesday. I mean, both teams are going to expect to play on Tuesday.
Yep.
Now, we know the details of that game. Well, do we know? It will be in Mason City? We're just not sure who yet?
Well, obviously, there's 4 teams playing tonight, 2 on each side. The winners of them will go to, we believe, to Mason City High Roosevelt Field.
Okay, so regardless of who wins the Newman game, and Newman is playing
Maxwell, I believe.
Collins?
What? Maxwell Collins, correct. Yep.
Is that just a dude? They're all playing one guy?
Down the interstate to the south, we got a strikeout there.
Menke felt like Menke didn't feel like he was going to make it to first base on that. Either case, that's 1 out. We doing okay here? We got
all right. No, I was just working with my stat girl over here trying to get a Newman score.
Oh, Newman score. Okay.
So,
I heard the phone. I was like, well, maybe we have a technical problem we need to address.
So
I'm always dialed into that.
My stat girl up here.
There
Stat Debbie, they call her. Maybe we come up with a better name for Stat Debbie, but
the Debster?
The Debster.
Little Debbie?
Little Debbie. Stat girl.
If you're Fritzalicious, is she double-licious?
Anyway, they're Candle Genius.
Is she Miss Fritz?
We got a update from the Newman Maxwell game, and it's a top of 4, and the score is 0-0.
Wow.
So we'll keep the stat girl on that. Get some updates there. Keep our listeners posted on that. So,
well, special thanks to Debinski for the feedback on that. That's
live stats.
All right, so we're here in the top of 4, and there may be a glitch in the scoreboard here. We're actually in 4, and he definitely went on that one. Just in case anybody was wondering, yes, he did.
Yes, he did. We got a fly ball here down the first base line. Hackbart had an eye on it, but just couldn't get to it.
Had an eye on it and had an eye on the dugout, which was about to knock him at the kneecaps.
Exactly. So smarter to look at the dugout than the ball at that point.
We'd love to have the out, but if we got to lose a first baseman in the process, it's probably not worth it.
Although he might put a dent in the dugout, too. There, ooh, reached for one to stay alive right there on an 0-2 count. The count's going to stay at 0-2.
Hitting right now is sophomore Kane Cook. And last at bat, how did Kane do? What did he do?
Well, I was on. Kane. He got the base hit.
And this time,
what?
It's a strikeout. 57 pitches in for Jace Sweesaw. Hey, we're going to take a little moment here. We're going to talk about something that's really, really important that's worth talking about. We've got a user out here. G14, thank you to all the sponsors allowing us distant fans. Let me get my mouse over there and get this thing picked up. I'm not sure.
Thank you
Where's
for the
my
shout
mouse
out,
here? Let's
G14.
get this turned down. Let's get the crowd torn down so we don't have to listen to that. But this may not come across the screen okay, but G14 says thank you to all the sponsors allowing us distance fans to watch. Field looks great. Go Saints, and thank you, G14. We appreciate your comment. But let's take a little. I'm going to take a little breather here, and you got something to work on there. If you got an update or something like that, we sent this. We posted this QR code as what we call a district stream, kind of a can you help, and the fans responded in glorious fashion. So thank you, all of you. Thank you, all of you out there who stepped up, donated, sent the Venmo cash to make it possible for us to stream these games. Now, obviously, we're working on something here. We've got sponsorships to get this figured out. We have been allowed the school itself made an announcement here this week, or at least they announced to me that we're going to go ahead and own our own streams this season to see how that goes. We're really excited about that. I think it gives us some options that we don't have otherwise. But, again, we always appreciate any help that fans who can give, when they give, to allow those who can't make it to these games to be able to watch their loved ones, their kids, their grandkids, their nieces and nephews to play, of course, nephews here in the baseball diamond. But thank you for all those who have donated. And
thank you very much.
Put that code back up there as an opportunity to potentially
Connor Moenbach,
continue.
I'm sorry to cut you off there. Connor
No,
Moenbach,
that's
their first at-bat, comes in with a nice base hit.
That was great. You know what? I don't mind you being interrupted with that one. Attaboy, Connor. Great job. Great hit by the freshman to drop that over the top of the infield, but too shallow for the outfield to come and grab.
But back to his last thank you to all our sponsors. It's a big deal. Candle Genius, little time commitment for him, what he's doing here too. So shout out to him.
I do love it. I'll admit I love it, and I find myself streaming most anything I can. You Bandits fans down there, you know what I'm talking about. Setting up cameras and getting in people's way and sitting in front of people who had a better view of the game before I showed up. Thank you for your patience. And again, I'll be out there tomorrow. I'll be in Iowa City or Coralville tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Right. We'll be streaming some young Saints ball, so
we'll be checking that out.
Feel free to watch. I mean, you probably should be at church, but if the sermon's getting long.
Well, some of us get up for that sunrise mass too. So
there you go.
So here we got Connor Moenbach at first. We got Jace checking the signs out. The old coach down there is whittling through them and probably going to get us a little steal, maybe a little hit and run, a bunt. There he goes. Just gets the bat down. Successful steal. Jace kind of sticks the bat out there just to get everybody looking for Lake Mills and then pulls back with a ball. So, no, maybe not. I guess it was a strike. Called it a strike, but got a 1-1.
Connor Moenbach that's his 28th steal this season. Excuse me, not too shabby himself. You know what? I love a fake bunt. I love it. I love getting the bat in the strike zone and maybe throwing the pitcher off a little bit. Isn't baseball all about disruption?
It is. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, Jay squares around again. Connor was almost halfway to third base, decided to stop and turn around, but we'll see what goes on here. Now we got a guy in scoring position, so we'll see if Jace is going to bunt him over to third or if Jace is just going to go get a base hit. 2 balls and a strike. Oh boy.
Got away with one. Don't go anywhere there, Mullenbeck.
He was in trouble. Lake Mills drops the ball thrown back at second base. So he is safe. All right. Jace is still looking down at third base. Coach Sweesall giving him some signals again. He's taking a big cut with the pitcher worked up the ladder again. That's a good way to work a batter is if you can work up the. There he got a piece of that to the shortstop. Shortstop makes a great catch. The throw to first. The catcher the first baseman drops the ball, scores a run.
Wow. What a great series of events for the Saints in this case. And it just proves, just get your bat on a ball and anything can happen. So between what happened with Connor on second base, could very well have been out there, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Jay Sweesall gets a piece of that thing, and
so they're going to regroup.
So it could be taking a break. Hey, while they're taking their break, let's take a look at this one here.
All right, we got some more shout-outs.
Miss Tara Kramer. You want to read that one?
It is. Candle Genius and Mr. Fritz are the best broadcasters in the state.
In the state.
And this gal, I believe, is very reputable. So
I think
can't
if your
believe
helper's Miss Fritz, this must be a little Miss Fritz.
You bet.
Sure.
Thanks, Tara. And
Thanks,
Tara.
It's very kind, Tara.
Is taking her daddy to the Twins game tomorrow.
Ooh, tomorrow. Tara,
So,
aren't
gonna
you
be
sweet?
Dad-daughter day up in the Twins.
We got another quick one here from Brad Mulford. He says, way to convert to the right team, Skippy. He's talking about Skippy D'Angelo.
Skippy. Yeah, shout out
Hawkeye
to
fan.
Skippy. Thank you.
Skippy D'Angelo.
So if you see Skippy, ask him to see that Hawkeye tattoo.
You know, Skippy's got, he was proudly showing me the gray hairs in his beard today. I think he's got a tattoo on his chin, too. I was kind of noticing. Is that a Hawkeye? I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it is. All right, number 6, Carson Sparrow up to bat.
You
we
bet.
got Jay Sweesa on first base. If you were watching, Carson Sparrow did a little dance there in the batter's box. I think it's a lucky dance. It's something great's about to happen right here.
I think so. I think this is going to be the inning. We got things rolling. You like a little break. We got the heart of our batting order up. We got runner on first base with no outs. We got the coach going through his signs. Sparrow takes a good look at him. Sparrow wants to hit the ball. Oop, back to first base. That again is close. Again, the pitcher is keeping us off balance on the bases and at the home plate. Jace gets a few steps off of first. There, Sparrow squares up, pops it up foul. Fortunately, he gets to go back in.
I think Sparrow knew as soon as he got a piece of that one that was like, man, this could be an out. This might not be good. So I'm sure he's grateful for another chance here with a 1-1 count.
We're going to reset the table here again, see what we want to do here.
If you're just joining us, here we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2 very good teams here, well-coached teams. These players know what they're doing. There's a reason that they're the 1 and 2 seed in District 4.
Ooh. Takes a ball high, 2 balls and a strike. Yeah, you don't get to the district championship game by accident, so you gotta be playing the game, playing it well right now at this time of the season.
There's some good crowd noise as I look out the bleachers out there. There's a lot of representation here, which I love to see from the visiting team, Lake Mills. You can kind of see those bleachers are kind of cut in half. Right?
They are.
Lake Mills
There's
said,
a
we're
wave
going to sit
of
in our half.
blue over there. And they got a lot of lawn chairs.
And they got a lot of lawn chairs, too. So I'd love to see that support. Thanks, everyone, for being here.
Another throwback to first base.
You know, there's been some talk about, you know, do these streams prevent people from going to the game? Do they reduce the number of seats that are sold? And you know what? You could go a lot of different ways with that. Yeah, that might be the case. But what also might be the case, as Sparrow takes ball number 3.
Yep.
It might be that it just brings awareness to these teams and what they're doing and gets people to say, you know what, I want to see that live action.
Absolutely, because I totally agree with you, because there's some people that maybe would never come to a game, but all of a sudden they watch the Saints on this YouTube channel and it's like, hey, they're a pretty good ball club. I want to go see that. And so they show up. So, foul ball.
Now, tell me here, Mr. Fritz.
Yes, sir.
What makes that foul?
I believe it hit the home plate, first.
So home plate is out of bounds? That's where I get a little confused on those fouls like that.
Yep.
And I'm just got to call it quick, right?
Yep.
It doesn't have a whole lot of...
I believe that to be true, but I'm sure if somebody's going to shout out to me and tell me that I'm whack job.
Well, you're not... I haven't really told you this. That guy out there is getting paid. You're not.
He's read the book better than I have. All right, we got a timeout.
All right.
So we got a big deal going on here. We got 3 balls. We got 2 strikes. This has been a pretty good at bat for Carson Sparrow. Got rung up.
Sparrow backs out of the box on that one, thinking it's coming at his ankles.
Yep.
felt like it was, but the umpire disagrees and sends Carson back to the dugout.
And I keep saying he must be hitting that inside corner because our guys are backing out on a lot of them inside pitches, and they're all getting called strikes. So if that's his spot and he's got it working, that's going to be it's been a pretty good combination for him. That gives us 1 out. There, ooh. Jace took a big 2-step hop there. I thought he was going to steal. So that brings us up Drew Powers, center fielder. Throws back at Jace. He's definitely does not want Jace to advance freely.
So this being Saturday, the next game is on Tuesday, and both teams, as we said, expect to win. That leaves Sunday and Monday in the middle.
It does.
Now, we know Lake Mills.
There goes Jace stealing second base. Comes up easy.
Head first, the throw is off. Jace is on second base. No, so pitch counts matter because if Menke is indeed their number 1 guy, and depending on how much faith they have in guys number 2 and 3, and I really don't know much about Lake Mills pitching, but my understanding is that Menke is head and toes above. He's just their best guy.
Yep.
Once he hits pitch number 66 on that board.
That's 1 after 65 is
the
cutoff.
Yep.
He takes a pitch. And then what happens after that?
Then he's got to rest for his 3rd day. So he can pitch up to 25 and pitch tomorrow, up to 40 and take a 1-day rest, up to 65 and take a 2-day rest. But at 66, he's got to rest for 3 days, and that is a bunt that's going to put Drew on base.
Big time bunt there.
Great job, Drew Powers. So here's another added bonus to that is Drew Powers gets himself an opportunity to find another steal, which I'm sure he will do here on the first pitch.
If betting was legal, by God, betting is legal. But we're not betting on the game tonight, but I'm pretty sure he's going to steal second base here.
And I know that you got to expect Menke to come back to first on that. And that's a dangerous thing to do, too. An errant throw on that.
You
Get
bet.
a little too excited, and that's another run scored. So you got to. If I'm Lake Mills, I might just say, look, this kid's going to take second base, and there's not a whole lot I can do about it. But we'll see what they decide.
There he squares up, but yep, no throw down. Not a surprise. We got an update on the Newman score. Top of 5, Newman up 1-0.
1-0. It's a tight game.
Try to keep you listeners updated on that as we can.
Again, the winner of that game is going to play the winner of this game, so it absolutely matters. Menke has 60 pitches on the evening here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
You bet. So we got guys on second and third. We got Ryan Hackbart up to bat with a count of 1-1, 1 out. Big things could happen right here. Looks like he's just going to get up there and taking some signs now. Check it out. Could we see a bunt? Could we see the 2-for-1 special that the Saints are so good at? And you just see a lot of signals and nothing happening there, so that's all right. Keeps Lake Mills guessing on what we're doing, what we're thinking.
We don't see Lake Mills that often. I mean, I assume that they know what we do.
Yep.
But not the way a conference rival would, who sees us twice every year, probably gets exposed to a lot.
Yep.
But you also got to have confidence that your bunter is going to absolutely lay down on a bunt.
There it was. It was coming.
It was definitely coming there.
Got a piece of it, but a piece of it doesn't count, I don't believe.
Hackbart.
Hacked at it. Hackbart hacked at it.
Hackbart did a little hack. Count 2-2 here for Mr. Hackbart, he does have the 1 home run on the season here for the Saints.
Love to see him bouncing off that tradition sign, huh?
There he goes.
He's still getting a piece of it.
He protects there. The only hit that he doesn't have this year is a triple. So he's got 19 singles, 3 doubles, and a home run.
Dinger. Ooh, there he's keeping alive.
That one's foul out of bounds.
Back to the crowd. So again, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on second and third.
Just putting this up on the screen here, Becky. Thank you
Hello,
for cheering on the
Becky.
Saints from Chesterfield, Virginia.
Hello, Virginia.
Thank you, Becky, and thank you, Virginia. Thanks for spreading the Saints word way out to the east. There we go.
We
Drive.
got a bat on it.
Oh, how
the
about it?
second baseman.
We
How
got
about
it?
a play at the plate? Saint
Hackbart's going two. Catcher's looking for the ball. Hey, Coach, what happens when you put the bat on the ball? What can happen?
Anything can happen when you put the ball in play.
Anything. Anything.
Looked like a routine play, going to be at second base for an out. Would have scored a run anyway, but then we get an error out of that, and now we got another runner back in scoring position. So
up to bat number 24 senior and left fielder Mikhail Meyer. Here's another quick one here from Maynard. Thank you, Maynard. Just tuning in from Sioux City. Those sweet saws are tough. Yes, they are.
You betcha.
Yes, they are.
Down there in the Haywarden area.
We know that we got a lot of sweet saws playing ball today. Porter sweet saw down in Iowa City area today. Pitched in that last game that advanced the Bandits to their next game tomorrow.
Big cut there by Mikhail. Mikhail's number 7 batter tonight. Even big Mr. Hackbart's had quite a few steals this year. For our big lineman up there, I'm always amazed. He's quick on his feet.
I agree with you on that one. Again, it's just the experience of understanding, like a pitcher, the windup and the timing. And is he coming back? Is he coming back at me? Or am I safe to take an extra step? When do I start my secondary?
Right.
There's a down angle situation where a runner sees that down angle pitch.
Sees that down angle, and that down angle means the ball could go down into the dirt. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, he sent it. He sent it. All right. Good.
Got a walk there by Mikhail Myers.
Mikhail said, that was ball 4, right? It took a good moment to get his answer.
Yep. So here we go. Max Beelan. We got a batter, or runners on first and second with 1 out. Now we could see a bunt here. I think Max is probably a pretty disciplined bunter.
Here with 1 out, it wouldn't be unheard of for the Saints to, in order to advance the base runners, sacrifice 1 out.
You bet. But let's see here. It's also a good time here just to let him swing away and see what happens, too.
Well, Max can hit, and Max has hit in clutch situations, and I would trust him here to swing that back. Nope.
Squared around and bunt.
That's a
great
pretty good
bunt
bunt.
down
That's
third
a great
baseline.
bunt.
And he's
Yes!
got a,
I don't know.
That looked like it was a safe. Good hustle there, Max. Great, fantastic bunt down the third baseline. He looked like he had that hustled out.
Coach Meyer down there also disagrees. Can only shake his head.
Coach Suiso on third base. He's going to maybe even talk about it. Nope, just going to talk to the runner, or to Joe Clevenger.
So last at bat, Joe Clevenger came up to bat. I didn't have his stats because when I print these off, it's funny. I always kind of lose one line in it. That line was Joe Clevenger's batting stats. He started in 28 games. He's played in 30. So he's played a lot of varsity ball for us this year. He's got a 309 batting average with a 365 on base percentage. And the dude's just a freshman.
The dude.
And dude he is.
Just had a text message from a fan watching. Could be my son. Watching live stream and said Max was safe.
I love it. I love it.
But
thank you, maybe my son.
Thank you, Jared.
As a Jared, that son. I know that could be multiple individuals.
We got a couple of them.
All right, so Joe Clevenger here. The question is, Well, we got 2 outs. We're
We got
probably
2
not throwing a
outs.
bunt here, but he's quick. He's fast.
Yep.
I don't think you'd bunt him for a run.
Probably not. Joe can put a bat on the ball, too. And he just did. But foul down the first baseline. So here we go. We got 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs. Saints got runners on second and third.
Give me a pencil over there. Thank you, sir.
Oop. Low.
Felt a little low on outside, but
Gives us 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ooh, takes a big cut on that for strikeout. Third out. And after 4, Saints 3, Lake Mills Bulldogs 0.
Are you familiar with Milk House candles?
I am.
All right. We got a message from Milk House coming
Nice.
right up here, and then we'll be back to the top of 5 right here at Tradition Field in beautiful Saint Ansgar, Iowa.
I was an occupational therapist for about 14 years, and then I decided to join the business full-time when we had about 11 employees and developed the HR department. I got to sit down with people, get to know their stories, get to learn about their families, and really get to know who they are. Through that process, we just got to hire the best people in the world, and we really feel like we're blessed with the best.
We are dreamers and doers.
All right, here we are back at Traditions Field, top of 5.
Who's hitting, boss?
We got number 14.
Number 14, Joe Young, the junior up to bat with a 194 batting average.
Got Joe on a strikeout, his first at bat.
And a swing there in the dirt. Jace Sweesaw is at 58 pitches. Now, going back to that pitch count.
Yes, sir.
And we plan to play on Tuesday. We got a 3-0 lead here. We hope to hold that and then some. Maybe add to it. Why not?
Yep.
Definitely the toughest team that we have played so far in district play.
This is where, and this is when the coaches, why they get paid, because they have to make them big decisions.
That's the
Do you
question.
want 'em-
That's the question.
What
do you
wanna
want to keep Jace? And I say yes. I say
Yep.
you want to keep Jace available Tuesday.
Yep.
Which means you're going to have to, and again, you don't have to. You don't have to do anything.
Nope.
I personally would like to.
It is what keeps coaches awake at night, trying to come up with these
goodness.
game plans on what we want to do, what we should do, what we shouldn't do,
And if he is indeed at 60 pitches, which I think is accurate, I would expect a pitching change in soon, very soon.
Within the next 5 pitches.
Within the next 5 pitches.
There's a base hit up the middle. Oh, he's going to try to. Drew Powers had a good jump on that, just about through to first base. I think if he had come up throwing, it would have been a pretty close play.
It would have been. I guess the question is why not? Did he?
Why not?
I think he was looking for a catcher behind first baseman and didn't see
Yep,
it.
and that's probably the why not. Because if I overthrow that as I'm in a hurry,
that might
the
be
man's on second base. So
it might be double, triple, or if it goes out of bounds, which clearly it could. Isn't that a 2-base advance on that? He's going to put that kid on third base. So probably wise that he doesn't throw it.
Yep, it's safe. It's a safe bet.
Safe bet. We'll find another way to get that runner out. This one isn't worth the risk.
Nope.
So Drew Powers, hats off to you. I think that was probably the right choice there. I could be wrong, but again, I'm not getting paid to be a coach.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, I would imagine most people would pay me to not coach.
Well, I think you've put some good time in with your boys. They seem to be successful ball players, so can't all be bad. There's a throw down to second base. One hopper. Max can't glove it. Good speed, though. We got a guy now for Lake Mills Bulldogs on second base with no outs.
Max knew the timing was going to be pretty tight on that. Kind of looked like he kind of stabbed at that ball to try and get it in his glove early and get it around. But at the end of the day, he did stop that ball from getting past him. The runner does find his way into second base. So
squares around for a bunt here. Good bunt. Jace grabs that ball, throws it to first base for one out. Advances the runner to third.
Now batting the right fielder, number 21, Jeremiah Jensen.
So here we go.
Jeremiah Jensen, sophomore, up to bat.
Number 9.
Number 9 in the order. Now, we talked about him before. Finds his way out of the base about a quarter of the time. And what did he do last time he was up, boss?
He hit to the shortstop for an out. So we got a bat on the ball anyway. So here
Any
we go.
of you USSSA kids are watching out there, that move that Jace Sweesaw did right there, step toward third and don't throw. Don't try tomorrow. It's not legal in USSSA, but it is legal here in Iowa high school varsity baseball. You got to throw that tomorrow if you do it, boys.
Yeah, don't say Jace did it last night, because it's not going to matter.
No, it won't.
So here we go. Oop, got a big strike on him there. Whoop, sit down there. Whoop, here comes a
pitch number 65. I see two coaches taking the field.
Yep,
I see an extra catcher coming in, number 9, Seth Schatz.
So
He's not full of gear, but he's got a helmet in his hand, and I got to believe he's going to take some pitches.
So it looks like probably Tate. Looks like probably the pitcher and the catcher are going to switch spots, would be my guess. I'm guessing Tate's coming in to pitch, and Jace is going to put the catcher gear on, but we can watch the crowd there, watch the dugout, see what's going on for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Saints, number 2, Tate Meyer.
Tate Meyer, number 2, coming out. That keeps Jace Sweesaw at 65 pitches, which is an important number because it makes him eligible for Tuesday. Tate has some tremendous, and not only, you know, did we even really talk about how Jace's
I was going to say,
were?
we should recap Jace's stats
Let's
as he
do
walks
that.
out
Let's
for
do
what his stats were before the night started. So
let's get to that
because I
page
think
here.
he has some pretty impressive stats we should talk about. So.
Very impressive stats. So Jace Sweesaw has an .84 ERA.
I'd say that's under 1.
And a point that's under 1. And a .77 whip.
That is very good.
71 strikeouts for Jace Sweesaw. So let's compare that to Tate Meyer.
Tate's probably
89
just a say probably just a tick up.
Yep. With a .94 ERA, also
under 1.
Under 1.
It? Yep.
Also under 1, and a whip of .56.
Yeah.
So we've got
that's
two
a big whip number.
Two big time pitchers here, and when we can use them in tandem like this to keep guys available, that's a pretty good strategy.
You bet.
Overall batters not too different. Jace has seen 163 for his 71 strikeouts, and Tate has seen 172 for his 89 strikeouts.
Yeah, the pitch count has changed the game of baseball here in the state of Iowa, but it changed it for the better. That I think some kids got abused on the mound with their arms, but it definitely takes a different strategy by the coaches to know what they're going to do and plan ahead. So
it really does. It really does. And while he finishes getting warmed up, looks like the umpire's getting ready. I got a little piece of trivia for you.
All right, love trivia.
Happened today at the Bandits game. Pop up, runners on first and second with less than 2 outs. And pop up in the infield, and the umpire says fly ball. That's it, just says fly ball.
Yep.
Or I'm sorry, infield fly, he says.
Yep.
The ball didn't get caught. It bounced and rolled out of bounds.
Bounced in. Oop.
Bounced inbounds, but rolled out.
Yep.
So is the batter out, or is it a foul ball?
That is a good question, because I'm going to say if he called it out, that transpired before the ball rolled out of bounds. but you're going to correct me if I'm wrong. So
I don't know if there's right or wrong.
it's a trick play because if he does
I don't
not,
believe he said batter out. I don't believe he said batter. I think he said infield fly. Held his hands out, infield fly.
Yep, which most people would assume means it's the infield fly rule.
Yep.
But had he not done that, whoa, got a strikeout there and a throw down to third was very close. So that gives us 2 outs with a runner in third on third base.
Number 21, Jeremiah Jensen strikes out, bringing up
top of the order. Number 11.
Top of the order. Number 11, Bo Kaufman. We got 2 outs here at the top of 5 with a runner on third.
Kaufman is 0 for 2.
Tate Myers throwing some heat out there. That one was 82 miles an hour.
82. He's got even a couple more ticks in him.
He does, and that's after.
Gets warmed up here a little bit.
Yeah, he's got. So the call on the field, by the way, was that was a foul ball. He didn't declare batter out. He just declared that it was an infield fly. And I hadn't heard this before, but talking to some other coaches, the statement was made. He probably should have said, if fair. If fair, batter out. But in either case, it was confusing. I had never seen that happen before.
We got
a great scoop.
Great scoop by Gus
Great
Walk.
scoop by Gus.
Throws it to first base for out number 3. Yeah, that's a tough call when you start getting ahead here. So,
well,
are we going to commercial or are we going to keep talking here?
You've seen a lot of baseball. We're going to go to commercial here. We got sponsors who deserve some mentions here. So we'll be right back after this message.
At K2 Agronomy, we embrace a holistic approach to crop production, focusing on soil, seed, and plant health. K2 Agronomy, helping our customers to achieve the maximum return on their investment.
Whether you're hosting a dinner party or having an intimate conversation with loved ones over coffee, custom cabinets from Minnis Woodworking will create a warm atmosphere for all to enjoy. With their timeless style and superior craftsmanship, Minnis cabinets are designed to last generations while providing an aesthetically pleasing backdrop for your most treasured memories. Let Minnis Woodworking make your kitchen a place where life's moments are celebrated with style and grace. Minnis Woodworking, for life.
All right. So I'm going to turn this music off here.
Yep.
But hey, Ryan Sweesaw, thank you. I appreciate that. And that's kind of what I was getting as I spoke with others.
Let's get
Ryan's
post
Ryan
up
says,
there.
umpire should say infield fly batters out if fair, right? And I'm going to say, Ryan, I'll put all that in quotes. Infield fly batters out if fair.
Yep.
In this case, it wasn't touched until it went out of bounds, so it wasn't fair. And I would say the right call was made, but there's a lot of discussion around it. Really, like, man, I personally have never seen it. Usually it's infield fly batters out. It just happened to be close enough to the first baseline that it just kind of rolled out of bounds before it was touched, and the call was obviously accurate, but just want to throw it out there for those who haven't seen it before.
We appreciate our listeners, our viewers helping us out here because we're just pretty faces. We're not the experts at all the baseball games.
That's right. Like to lean in on some expertise out there that we may not have up here. And honestly, baseball is such a complex sport. You know, growing up, I didn't play a lot of baseball myself, but throwing, catching, hitting, isn't that all it is?
Yeah.
And man, it is so much more. It's so fun.
So I got an update here on the Newman game. Newman is now up 4-0 in the bottom of the 5th. So
bottom of 5, up 4-0. That game's being played at Newman tonight, isn't it?
That is at Newman, Mason City Newman. So here we got, we'll set the table here. We got Tate Meyer up to bat, lead off for the Saints. Bottom of the 5th inning. He takes a walk. So Tate's on base for the first time tonight.
And looking at Tate's at-bat, like his 2 strikes were he just watched him go past and, was kind of like scooting out of the way of him, whatever. What are these pitches doing from Eli Menke that's got these guys? And Tate's a seasoned batter.
Yeah,
he's a very good batter.
Yep.
Something about him.
Yep.
Something about those pitches.
Yeah, he's something's deceiving the Saints batters. And like I say, there we square around for a bunt, Tate steals second base, safe, pretty close.
Pretty close.
I don't know. Tate kind of let up there. I don't know what.
A little too close for my comfort.
What he was doing there, but he took off and he kind of let up going into second, and also that ball was right there. So Connor here, he squared up there to help the runner advance, but we'll see if he's going to square up again.
Kind of last at bat, he pushed that one out to. Was that right field last time? Where did Connor go last time?
Center field.
Center field.
Yep. So we'll update. Newman scores 2 more runs, still in the bottom of 5.
Wow.
7-0. Something Newman's known for is to put a bunch of runs, have no runs, and then put a bunch on the board. So here, I would not be surprised to see a bunt, but we'll see what Suisaw has in store.
0-2 count.
Oh,
See
0-2,
bunt on
I'm
two?
sorry. Yep. Didn't look at. Sorry.
That's all right. I mean, and I've
still
you
might
see it
happen.
sometimes. You see it if you trust the
Yep,
kid who's
yep.
bunting to make sure it goes in bounds. For those who may not know, a bunt that goes out of bounds with 2 strikes is an out.
Is an out.
You
If it
just
goes
don't
foul.
see that happen very often.
Right.
So if that goes foul, it's
Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. So I'm guessing he's going to swing away here. Ooh.
Wow.
Watched the pitch. Looked a little high, but that's out number 1.
So we get some quality at-bats here. We might get a chance to see what Lake Mills does without Menke. He's got 91 pitches
91.
here. We're in the bottom of 5 with 1 out.
Jace takes ball 1.
Jace Suisaw up to bat, and we got Tate Meyer being pretty aggressive here on second base.
One would have to think Lake Mills is going to keep riding.
Well, at this point they got to stay with Menke.
Yeah.
They don't get him Tuesday either
Right.
way, so
No, that's what
they
I'm
got to
saying,
get through
so.
this one. But Menke hits 110 pitches. He gets to finish that batter, and then he's done for the night. There's no option to keep him in there. Once he hits 110, he gets to finish the batter that he's pitching to. So I would say it would be our goal to make sure we get some quality at-bats here. And
you bet. And keep that pitch count going up. Get back in that batter's box, Jace. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ooh. What happened there? He's calling him strike. Oh, he's thinking he's leaned. Did Jace get beamed? And they said
I gotta believe he got hit.
And they called that he leaned into it for strike number 3. Now that's, I don't know. Not sure exactly what transpired there. But he made the ump made the call like he got something that he was hitting the elbow, but then he also did the strike 3 sign. So
it looked like, it sure looked like he was saying, "Hey, Jace leaned into that.
Now
That
we
one's
got a
way
pop
up there,
up
but
to
these guys
left
are
center.
sprinting for
That's
it."
in the hole.
Wow.
So there goes Carson Sparrow with an RBI, and he's on second base. Went out in no man's land in left center field. Shortstop out there, left fielder, center fielder. Nobody got it. Tate scores from second base, and Sparrow just keeps running on round first to score or get to second base. Heads up running by him. So.
I was sure that was a pop-up for an out because it went above where we could see. But you saw all those fields. Everybody was running, and no one was letting up. And I thought, is it going to drop? And sure enough, it did.
And we'll take that.
We'll take that. Runner scores. That's the second. Is that the second time that Connor Mullenbeck got across?
It's not. No.
Okay. I thought he was one of our other runs.
Tate scored right there.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. That wasn't Connor there. That was Tate, wasn't it?
It's all right.
So it puts Carson Sparrow on second base.
Whoa. That was high and tight. In your ear.
3-0 is the count.
Should be watching one go by here.
I would expect. You get Drew Powers on.
And there goes a base runner. Sparrow safely into third. Good heads up running.
Carson Sparrow now with 21 steals on the year. We've got a lot of steals from this team. We mentioned it earlier. We're well over 200 in the state. That puts us way up there. I'm not sure what our ranking is, but
way up there is technical terms.
It's a technical term. I mean, a typical year for the Saints stealing bases is around 100, and we've seen them as high as maybe 133. But this 200 plus is
200 plus, and we're going to be at 200 plus one more here in one pitch.
I think you're right about that. I can't imagine Menke doing it.
There he goes, Mr. Powers.
Anything fancy.
Continues to add to his record-breaking season. So
that's what, 2 for Powers tonight?
Yep.
49. Powers is 49 on the season. Carson Sparrow on third base has 21 on the season.
Be nice to see that number 50 broke right here on our live stream, but he may not get another at bat tonight unless we get some rallying going on, which can happen.
Well, we're at is that pitch count right? 104. I just haven't looked for a few. Oh, Hackbart drives high on that one, direct to right field.
Out number 3.
Good
cut.
Number 3.
So after 5, we got Saint Ansgar Saints 4, Lake Mills Bulldogs 0.
And we're going to be right back after this, after a message from our friends at LR Falk. Stay tuned.
As a family-owned business since 1922, we have a good feel for what it takes to be a strong and growing member of the local economy. Our hope is that our customers and employees have a warm and welcoming experience each and every time. We strive to communicate a clear vision and plan for individuals, our company, and our community's success. We work to ensure that the quality of all of our people, our products, and our services stand the test of time. If you would be a good fit for our company in a mechanical or managerial position, we would love to hear from you. Benefits include competitive pay, 401k, health, dental, and life insurance, flexible spending accounts, vacation, and holiday pay. Because we believe it's more than just a place to work. It's a place to call home.
You're watching Saints TV on YouTube.com.
All right, we are back.
Welcome back
to the game.
So here we are at the top of the 6th. Again, the score, Saints 4, Lake Mills 0. Number 2 batter in the lineup for the Bulldogs.
Number 7, Steven Brandenburg. Freshman. So they're playing some freshmen on this team as well.
And he's 2 for 2 tonight, so he's had a good stick up there.
Where's he putting them, Fritz? Where's he putting them? Where's he been in his 2?
He had a base hit out left field and I think over in the center field also, I believe. My little chicken scratches there, so.
But this is his first at-bat where he's seen.
There he got a good base hit again, right up the middle. Good, solid contact on that.
That's impressive. These Saints pitchers are good, and he's 3 for 3 now. This is a freshman with a .312 batting average coming in. He just likes the way the Saints pitch, apparently.
I guess, and I don't know what that pitch speed was there, but that looked like it had some good heat to it. So we might want to see if we can get something on Tater Nader.
I can get some on Tater.
The Tater Nader.
The Tater Nader. Oh, lefty. I'm not going to get a pitch. I'm not going to get a speed on that one.
Not one. Tate checks out the runner at first base. Keep him close. Tate looks in.
Oh, he's going to come back again.
That was a pretty good move. Just wasn't leading off too much there, but He had me fooled. I thought he
Here's
was going home.
Here's a little kudos here from our good man, Greg Urbach. Great job, guys. Thanks, Greg. We appreciate your watching.
Grafton, Iowa.
That's right. Shout out to Grafton, Iowa. Home of Mr. Greg.
Gobble, gobble.
Why do you say that? What's gobble, gobble?
I think we got Turkey Days coming up here.
When is that? It's got to be.
Oh, there we go.
What is today? Today's Saturday.
Today is Saturday.
The 8th. Is that next weekend?
Yeah, it'd be next weekend, I think. Yeah.
You know, when it hits 4th of July, you just pretty much may as well kiss summer goodbye.
I betcha.
But make sure you save a little juice for Turkey Days.
You bet. Nothing better than a good turkey sandwich from Grafton.
Take wisely. Timeout was called, but he's, when he's in his windup or whatever, just throw the pitch. No big deal. Pitch doesn't count, of course. But
ooh, there he had a little off speed. 2 balls and a strike. No outs. Runner on first base.
We saw the other night a batter asked for timeout but was not granted, and the pitcher didn't throw the pitch.
Oh, really?
And because there was no time called, that was a balk, right? So just gotta stay your ground.
Exactly.
If you're in your windup, go ahead and throw it. Doesn't count.
Yep. Not gonna hurt. Ooh, there's a good pitch.
That was a good. You know what? It's too late to get speed. I heard. That was 80. 80. 80-mile-per-hour pitch for strikeout for number 2, Tate Meyer. Bringing up the pitcher.
Out number 1.
Out number 1. Got a runner on first base. Brings up pitcher Eli Menke.
Little off-speed pitch, high. Ball 1. Gorgeous night for baseball, huh? Candle genius.
Oh my gosh, I cannot imagine a better night for baseball.
We've had a great summer for baseball.
You know, I don't know. Were there rainouts? I don't think there's any rainouts.
I don't know if there's any rainouts. There's some years it rains out every week, and the old AD is going crazy because they're just trying to schedule baseball games. So
the biggest challenge, I think, has been finding umpires.
Yeah, that's a big deal. We need our umpires.
We need our umpires. And if you're out there and you're saying to yourself, I love baseball, I sure love to get paid to play the game. Well, there's a player out there who has a very important role.
And they got a better seat than we do. So.
They got a better seat than we do.
Yep, keeps guys in the game. So
we've seen some games get canceled, get scheduled for odd times. We played the Osage game on what was going to be Friday night. We played at 10 a.m. in Osage.
Morning. Yep.
As I expect, I see Bill Boyd out there. He was a member of that crew.
Okay, thank you, Bill.
And,
probably did 2 games, I'm guessing. Probably did that in the morning and then another one at night.
They did. They were booked that evening, but agreed to do it that morning. So that was pretty bold of them. It's hard work out there.
Yeah, especially them guys behind home plate to get all geared up. It's hot. Ooh, there's a hack at it. Let's see what Gus is. Oh, he throws to second wisely. Great play. I thought he was going to come to first base, but he wisely turned that thing and got the lead runner. Excellent play.
Great play by Gus Walk on that one.
That is heads up.
You can see him as he's grabbing the ball. He's kind of like reading where that runner is and does he have time. And he was ready to go to both places, but he recognized, like, I'm going to take this lead runner. We got him here. So that was great. We could keep the runner off second base. We'll give that guy first in exchange for the out at second.
That gives us 2 outs. It's still a guy just on first base, so we're in good shape. Tate's going to go after this guy. Great place for a strikeout. Inside, low, ball 1. So here we are. 1 ball, no strikes.
Number 2, Hayden Helgeson at the plate.
Gets a piece of it. Strike number 1.
Helgeson hit to the pitcher last at bat for an out at first base. And is that right? Is that what I'm seeing here?
Yep. 1-3, and his first at bat was to the second baseman. So
just getting a bat on it.
getting some lumber on it. But ground balls, that's where you play defense. Ooh, good off
Great
speed.
pitch. Wow.
Nice. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first.
Top of 6. If you're just joining us, we saw 3 scoreless innings here by the Saint Ansgar Saints and the Lake Mills Bulldogs here at Tradition Field in Saint Ansgar, Iowa.
Hey, we got a strikeout.
Strikeout to end the top of the 6th inning, and we're heading
to the bottom of 6.
Now to the bottom of 6 to go back to how we got to where we're at. Inning 1, inning 2, inning 3. No scores by either team. At the bottom of 4, the Saints score 3. The bottom of 5, the Saints score 1 more. And now we are headed to the bottom of 6 right now. So we're going to throw this Venmo code up here one more time.
Thank you.
And just talk about what's the future of streaming here in Saint Ansgar. And the answer is we're just so delighted that we have such great fans here. We're able to stream these games. The state charges us to stream these games. This is the last one, the last home game that we're able to stream. We're going to anticipate that we're going to finish this game out and play on Tuesday, probably in Mason City, probably versus Newman. And I think the Saints are very much heading in the right direction. Newman has proved itself beatable, and we hope to do just that on Tuesday. We've got to get through this one first, of course.
We both got to get through them, but they're both looking but we gotta maintain that 4-run lead.
So what does the Venmo donation do at this point? Because we're probably done streaming the district games, and then on Tuesday, that one probably will go unstreamed unless the there's an entity out there that may stream that. We'll see, and then it goes to state, and the state will be streaming their state games, I believe. I think it's a pay-to-watch kind of a situation, but either case, we're looking to basically put some funds back in the athletic funds of these teams. It costs a lot of money for jerseys. It costs a lot of money to bust these kids around, and this is just all in all, not just athletics, but music, things like that.
What do we got? A timeout there by the umpire. I'm not sure what transpired there, but I don't know. Who was the Lake Mills coach? John there, maybe?
That's a good question.
It looked like the ump called timeout and looked at the dugout, and the Lake Mills coach was standing outside the dugout, so not sure what happened there, but just assuming.
That's pitch 107 for Menke.
Who?
But, I don't. Probably one of those things we don't get to know, Fritz.
Yeah, we don't have all the inside answers. McHale with a great
spot.
Nice base hit.
Great job, McHale. Center fielder sneaks past him, but right fielder is there to scoop that up and keep McHale on first base here with 108 pitches for Menke.
Good way to start out here at the bottom of the 6th. Saints want to get something rolling here. We need some more runs here, so. Update on the Newman score is 8-0, top of 7. So Maxwell Collins is down to their last 3 outs here. And it's going to need 7 runs to keep the game rolling there at Mason City Newman. So thank you, Stat Girl Debbie.
Debbie Stat on the stats tonight.
It helps.
Menke is on his last batter here, so Maxwell Beelan will be his last batter. He's at 110 pitches right now. He can finish him out.
10. And he's still been pitching well for it being at 110 pitches. He's still throwing the ball very well.
Yeah, he really is, and it just comes down to quality at-bats, with 110 pitches into this game. We only lead by 4. We only have 4 runs. We just had some good quality at-bats against them.
Well, there's a great bunt.
Pretty tasty bunt.
Ooh, we kind of come up on his tippy toe there catching that ball at first base, but he kept his heel on there. So we got a great bunt. Advances the runner, 1 out.
So Lindsey Falk, every day is a great day to be Saint Lindsey Falk. Tell us what you see on the video, man. Was he safe? Was he out? What happened on that last one? Sometimes you guys with the video can see things we don't. Skippy D'Angelo, let us know what you see. Hey, let's check out this dude here.
Who else we got going on?
Debbie Stats. This is a shout out to Debbie Stats from superfan Colin Kramer.
All right, Debbie Stats.
Oh, Debbie
making
Stats.
your YouTube debut.
We had some choice language out here from our very own Skippy D'Angelo. We're not going to post that one. What's going on here? Hey, don't jump, girl.
Megan is
All right.
Megatron.
She's
We got to
gonna-
go. So we're number 7 is coming in for Lake Mills to pitch.
Number 7 coming in for Lake Mills to pitch.
So
Stephen Brandenburg. And I apologize.
Number 7 was their second baseman.
If you pronounce that Stefan, it's my apologies. I know that can go both ways, Stephen Stefan. I've been calling him Stephen all night.
Well, then we'll just keep it consistent. But again, apologies if we're mispronouncing that.
I tell you what, this is one advantage of the chat out there. If I'm wrong on this, please let me know. We've had it happen last game. Actually, we had some a great fan out there who was kind enough to reach out and let us know how we pronounce it. We were kind of messing up a name, but no, Colin, no. It's not pronounced Debbie Stats. It's either Steven or Stefan. Jeez, Colin, I don't know. This Colin kid is really caught up on this Debbie Stats thing. My goodness, I don't know. Kids these days. Kids anyway. My goodness.
All right. Good to see our viewers. Well, how many we got viewing tonight?
We got 90 at the moment, so thank you to the 90 who are out there. We had a little bit more than that earlier on, but
I'd seen it up to 92. I don't know if I've seen more than that, but we sure wanted to hit that 100 tonight.
I know. That would have been fun. We got
you
91.
folks out there watching, text your friends, send them
Sure.
a link. Tell them we need to get some more viewers here.
Open up all your devices and log in simultaneously.
Yeah, I helped out the other night. I streamed 2 devices all at once just to try to. I was waiting to. I thought I was actually going to get to sing "Happy Birthday," so to Diesel Denny.
I know we did,
and I was ready for it. And then
were you really?
I was.
I was
ready.
I just wanted to make you sweat, but I wasn't actually going to make you do
Nope,
it. You were ready?
I was ready.
Oh my
I
goodness.
had the phone in my hand. You were talking about calling. It's like I'm ready to go. And and a shout out to Ice Tray. That kid did a great
Did he do
job.
great?
He
Yeah,
did great.
Ice Tray.
We got a good cut there by Joe Clevenger.
Baby
Base
Joe.
hit, RBI.
He's going.
They're going.
We got
"Holy
McHale going home.
smokes."
He's going
We
way
launched
over.
one, and
Joe's
there goes
going
Clevenger
to
to third. Nice job, Joe Clevenger.
Wow.
All right. Good job,
Great
Joe
job.
Clevenger.
Get a bat on a ball around those bases.
And runs. Puts his head down and runs. Center fielder airballs one to home. Way over the. So we got a final on the Newman game. Newman is going to advance 8-0. So the winner of this game here at Traditions Field will now be playing Mason City Newman.
Brandenburg pitching.
And we got a Tate cuts one up. Keep running, Tate. We got a fly out just in front of home plate. We're out number 2.
Brandenburg pitching has played in 7 games, has pitched a total of 11.2 innings with an ERA of 3.6 and a whip of 1.03. Up to bat is number 7, Saints' very own freshman and third baseman, Connor Mullenbeck. And we've got Joe Clevenger on third base.
You bet.
Hungry to add another run.
He's going to be, you talked about the down angle. He's going to be watching that because he wants to score. So the Saints get 1 run in here in the 6th inning, now take a 5-0 lead. Connor Mullenbeck up to bat, takes one inside.
We got a few more thumbs up out there. Thanks to those. Oh, and there's your triple digits.
We got
it.
107.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
we got
you,
it.
folks, for reaching out to your friends or enemies. And 107. I didn't think I was going to get to help break the Ice Trays record, but again, he did a great job.
He did do a great job. I thought he did. And then going back to your singing Happy Birthday, there is functionality that we can add.
We got a hit. That could be trouble.
That's trouble indeed.
Down to right field, short right field. Right fielder's playing a little deep.
And with 2 outs on that one, Joe Clevenger did not need to tag up. He just runs, knowing that's either we're ending the inning or I'm going to score here. And he got his score.
You bet. So that gets us up.
We got another final here. We got another one. Thank you, Maynard. Appreciate your checking in. Lamar's Galen 1, Akron Westfield 0 in a close
ball game.
Tight defensive ball game. My goodness.
You bet. Thanks for that shout out there.
Appreciate that.
Maynard.
Another one here while we're waiting from Lindsey Falks. He says, Deborah Fritzenlover. Deborah, we probably should just.
We might want to start screening Skippy's messages.
D'Angelo. You know, as it gets later in the night, those are bound to get a little dicier and dicier.
But we fans, we appreciate it. It helps us out here. We got Connor Moback going into second base.
Wow.
Slides underneath it. Great throw.
Very good throw.
A little bit to the first base side, which is great, but Connor was just there in the nick of time, got underneath it.
I don't even know what to tell you here. It feels like a little bit of a showdown here between Skippy and Colin, but Colin's chiming back in. Debbie Stats.
I think he's got the old record key going on. So here we got 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, runner on second. Whoa, and Jace takes one in the back. Hits him right on the number 5. So I hear a little chatter going on there in the old dugout for the Saints. Here comes Mr. Sparrow up to bat.
Number 6, Carson Sparrow up to bat, who's a designated hitter for second baseman Gus Wall. Seth Schott's coming in to run for our catcher.
Very good. Nice to see some of them guys getting on.
Seth's done a great job as a catcher this year. He's been our junior varsity catcher. Of course, the junior varsity season's over, but got a lot of reps. He just really learned a lot, and it's just fun to see these guys develop.
It is. It's fun to see.
Oh, baby.
He gets a hold of whoa.
That was a
well played by the left fielder.
Shot. Wow.
We're all just going to say wow together, but he got all of that one. And I don't know, but that left fielder was playing pretty deep there.
I think he's glad at the moment. He's glad he did. And Carson, nothing to, I mean, gosh, nothing to be ashamed of there. That's one to be proud of. Carson has actually been doing a great job of really getting all that ball. He's been hitting some nice line drives. That was a
the
dandy.
bat on the meat of the ball. You want to make good, strong contact. So.
Yes, you do. I tell you what, we are heading into the top of 7 with the score Saints 6, Bulldogs 0. And we're going to be right back right after this message
We're
from
going to commercial.
Joe Beeland Co.
Are you a farmer or an agricultural producer looking for comprehensive risk management? Look no further than Beeland Ag Risk Services. Our experienced team of professionals understands the challenges facing the farming industry and can help you navigate the complex world of crop insurance. With our personalized approach, we can help you find coverage that meets your unique needs and budget. At Beeland Ag Risk Services, we know that unpredictable weather and other factors can impact your crops and livelihood. That's why we offer a range of...
So, welcome back to Traditions Field. It is the top of 7. Saints are up 6-0, and I'm going to put my cohort here, Candle Genius, on the spot.
Yes.
And test his baseball brain here. If
am I allowed to use Google?
and phone a friend. So you may call Janet if you need to. But if the Saints get 3 outs here and they score no runs, what's going to happen?
The Saints will get to go shake hands
Yes, they will.
And call it a night and call it, let's get ready for Tuesday if you're wearing a white jersey.
Exactly. That means we wrap up the district championship.
I was a little nervous. I thought you were going to make me you get to add,
a
district championship to that poster out there.
You bet. There's a big strikeout for out number 1. So now we're down just to 2 outs. Lake Mills' final 2 outs. Here we go. We're at, and let's see. So that was the number 6 hole batter. So they got number 7.
Joe Young, number 14, Joe Young up to bat here with 1 out in the top of 7. I'm looking at that tradition banner out there. You probably can't read it from the screen you have here, but you're going to have to add
another date on that. Maybe.
District.
There's a half a cut.
There you go. Have to add a district champions.
That's right.
On that slot for 2023. I'm not sure how they add to that thing. I'm not sure they've had to since they got the poster.
2020.
2020 is the latest date on it.
We print some stickers up there, but we'll keep throwing them up there.
We'll keep throwing them up.
I love that. So 2020 was the last time we won district championship.
You got it. Should be nice to add one of that state appearances. You got 06 and 08.
Yep. So district champions. We won 2019 and 2020, 2 years in a row. And we're going to throw up a 2023 on there. Just a great sign.
Great pitch, great pitch. Hey, we got another one. Brad, I can't really put this one out there, only because, you know what, I'll show you why. It's too long. I can't get the whole thing on the screen. But, it does. Hey, we got a new update on my software here. But, Brad, thank you. We've really enjoyed streaming it this year, and I would say you are the #1 super fan. You're the guy that's out there watching every game, commenting on every game, and Brad says, Kim and I want to thank you once again for streaming the games. We have enjoyed everyone, and as you make it so entertaining, go Saints. Looking forward to more. And I tell you what, Fritz, are we looking forward to more?
We are looking really forward to more. So what a great night again, and things are looking up here for the Saints. We got 2 outs. I don't know what was just going on there.
They got a senior here. Maybe some of them want to just get a little.
Did we bring in a
little action? Somebody who's.
Was this a new batter?
We got a new batter. We got a new batter.
Okay, yep, probably so. Rightfully so. Take strike 1.
I don't have his number. I feel bad. I'd like to call him out on that.
Yep.
Who we got? Who's hitting? Casey Barrett's a senior. Okay.
Very good.
Casey Barrett is a senior.
Thanks for hanging out as for the summer with the Lake Mills Bulldogs. So it's nice if they can get the seniors in there and get them one last time on the field.
Yeah, that really is, and that's hats off to the
coaching staff.
Over there, and man, I'm so impressed. Look at the fans. We've never seen more fans from the opposing team at a game.
Yeah.
Than we see tonight from Lake Mills. That's
well traveled there, Lake Mills Bulldogs. Yeah. Thank you for coming over tonight.
45-minute drive or so to get here.
There's strike number 3. Saint Ansgar Saints, your 2023 district champions. They win with a score of 6-0.
6-0 here to end it at Tradition Field in Saint Ansgar, Iowa. And a perfect night of baseball made it. I thought it was perfect.
It was perfect.
It got even better. It got even better.
Awesome.
It got even better. Saints win.
Big win.
2023 District 4.
District 4 champions. What a great ring that is. So.
Yes, it does.
So here we are, folks, as we are looking at Tuesday night, Saint Ansgar and Newman. And we believe they're being played at Roosevelt Field in Mason City. So great baseball venue, if that is the true story. But we believe it is. So some of our constituents has told us. So
throw up one more comment here from Mackenzie. Hoping to see more great appearances from Mr. Fritz.
Hey.
I do too.
Thank you very much for the shout out.
Mackenzie, you're going to have to wait till next year on that one. And G14, thank you. Thank you for sharing. We appreciate doing these broadcasts. So thank you for chiming in and letting us know your thoughts. Man, we got some more here. Ryan, again, thank you, Ryan, for your information. Actually, your information. We know, Ryan, you've got a lot of baseball knowledge.
Absolutely.
So we appreciate that.
I think he's got a little football knowledge, too. So
this is it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun being here. Love love that we get to continue this season Tuesday night in Mason City versus Newman. Again, we expect it's in Mason City.
And again, as Candle Genius said, we will not be broadcasting that. So Saints fans, we hope you can all make that trip because we'd really like to fill lots of Saints fans out there. So,
yeah, as a matter of fact, I might just add this. I think it's Iowa State High School Association. I'm just typing this in, and I'm going to add to the screen here. I think it's IA. Iowa State. No, Iowa High School. No, I had too many S's in there. I think it's IA.
Iowa High School, IAH.
Yeah, it's not Iowa State High School. It's Iowa. IAH. Let's try that again.
And then also can get it's the same thing for
High School Athletic Association.org. Okay, sorry about that. Let's try that again. Let's get this one out of here. You need to get your tickets to see that game because we will not be streaming it. So Iowa High School Athletic Association.org. Don't just do I without the A.
Yep.
Because I think that takes you to a different state completely. So all said, thank you. We've really enjoyed broadcasting baseball this year, but don't stop now. It's still in baseball
rolling,
season.
Baby. The Saints are rolling.
Tuesday night, we'll hope to see you at the game where we get to just spectate and cheer on. Not that I don't love broadcasting. I love broadcasting.
I might see if you'll let me still wear the headset over there. But I don't know.
You're going to look good in it. Nothing else. Protect your ears from the sun. Yes. A big applause for the coaching staff. We get to see those coaches as they approach those boys. And if you can zoom in on your...
They're going to have a nice little talk there. And they got the W flag in their hand ready to hoist that baby up. So, big night for the Saints.
So much fun. So much fun.
This is all the work that them guys put in, off season and then all summer long when some of their buddies aren't maybe doing some other fun stuff. These guys are dedicated to their baseball program and their baseball family. So shout out to every one of them players and our stat girls and our managers over here that do so much for the baseball team. So it takes all of them to get this job accomplished. So thanks, everybody.
Yeah, it really does. Really does. We hope to see you at the Substate game. Winner of that will advance state. So where the state is now down to, well, depending on the other games, we'll be down to 16. We started with 32 teams qualifying, or I'll say in the state tournament when the night started or prior to 7 p.m. As games finish up, we will be down to 16. Super proud that these Saints are going to be one of those 16 teams. And then on Tuesday night, that 16 is going to become 8, and those 8 teams will qualify for the state baseball tournament, which will happen the week of July, whatever those dates are. But I think Friday is the 21st, so that 17th, 18th, somewhere in that area, that's the week of state. And those should be run televised by the state. I believe this year they're making you pay per ticket, something like that. But it'll be out there. Iowa High School Athletic Association, their website will kind of tell you what you need to do to make sure you get those tickets for Tuesday and beyond. So I've kind of been rolling out some things. Nicole Cole, there's a name I haven't seen for a little while, a face I haven't seen for a little while. But we know Nicole.
Proud supporter.
Man,
Saints.
Yeah, it's funny. I'll say we never didn't see Nicole when we were at these games when Carson was younger, but obviously
I've seen her at a couple.
Now I don't see her quite so much, but thank you for speaking out on that one. As for now, Mr. Fritz.
Hey.
You know what, let's do it. Let's get to this
here.
Let's
get back in
here.
Oh,
we got Marvelous Miss Megatron. You want to just hop in here one last time? This is the last one.
So we got to get you. There she is.
There she is.
Megatron.
Hold on. Miss Megatron.
You bet.
For now.
Yep.
Until Tuesday, where we won't be broadcasting, but we'll see you at the game. Candle Genius Eric Sparrow, Mr. Fritz Kramer, and Megatron. We'll see you next time, Tuesday night, at the game.
Thanks
for watching. Bye-bye.